So apparently there's this dad on TikTok who has been exploiting his daughter for money and stuff like that. I don't know if it's for money specifically. I haven't watched the video yet. But it's by 𝖭𝖏. So if you like my video, please go follow them. This is the video that I'm going to be reacting to. I will also put their channel linked in the description so it's easier for you guys. Without further ado, let's start watching. Okay, let's do this.
Jail immediately. That's literally how I'm going to start this video because I don't know how the hell else to talk about this. Guys, we got to discuss this new evidence that came out against who is shaping up to be the scariest person on TikTok, aka dad and daughter dream team, or more specifically, Patrick, the father of this quote, dad and daughter dream team. Some crazy things have come out about them since my last video on them, which you should check out first if you missed it, if you haven't seen it before getting into this one. But I'm just going to give you fair warning. Just like the last video, there's going to be some deeply disturbing themes involving their family. So if that's going to be triggering for you, I would avoid this one. But if you can handle the absolute insane nature of this video, your mind is honestly going to be quite blown. So I'm going to be using some of these text blurps from the subreddit Dad and Daughter Snark, which a lot of this was taken from. In the last video on them, they mentioned that there was some drama about some AI bot accounts, and I truly did not understand the full nature of those. So I'm going to read this little text block here, and it's going to help clue us into what the hell went on with that. So in December, S, the daughter, posted a song of her dancing to a song called You Calm the Storm by an AI artist named 𝘊𝖊𝖊𝖕𝖗. The first name 𝘊𝖊𝖊𝖊𝖊 is going to be popping up a lot in this video. I just want you to remember that and also, you know, kind of keep note of how weird and unique of a name that is, okay? It's not a name that you would come across by coincidence. In fact, this is the first time I've ever seen that name in my life. I don't know about y'all, but it is for me. She used the song in several videos. S was the only one to have ever used the song on TikTok, which, I mean, how else do you prove that somebody else made this song? If you're the only person that's ever used it on TikTok, I'm willing to bet you probably made this music, which isn't a crime in itself. AI music is absolutely cringe, but that's nowhere near as bad as this story's gonna get. Upon searching the name, a Redditor found an Instagram profile for this 𝘊𝖊𝖊𝖕𝖗 bot, and it posted NSFW photos with flirty captions, and the bio contained hobbies such as Monster Hunter, a game the 𝘊𝖊𝖊𝖊𝖕𝖗, the last name of this family, are known to be fans of. But this video is going to be full of too many coincidences to not add up to something, if you catch my drift. Redditors noticed that P, S, and T, the father, daughter, and wife, respectively, all followed 𝘊𝖊𝖊𝖊𝖕𝖗 and regularly interacted with her posts through likes and comments. Then an 𝘊𝖊𝖊𝖊𝖕𝖗 fan site, basically, was found, a Venmo account, and cover photo set to their book, Firebound Harmony, which we're going to get into as well here in a moment. But they also found a Reddit profile and Linktree that were both uncovered. When someone was posting screenshots of this in April 2025, within minutes these accounts were disappearing, meaning not only are they looking at this subreddit, but they're actively trying to cover their tracks, as this web of perversion, I guess is the only word for it, was getting uncovered. P and S have since denied it was ever them and said it was a troll who made those accounts that they just happened to follow. Because that's totally normal. We're always following, you know, troll accounts that are messing with your livelihood, right? And that was crazy enough. But then, just about a week ago, the internet collectively stumbled upon something that I wish we never knew existed. So this is all on a website called Literotica, where people post, you guessed it, NSFW stories and Wattpad fanfictions, basically, all involving.
Is he using his kid for fanfiction? Oh my god.
I'd be on, but for the sake of this channel, I went and investigated this. And here's a screenshot of an account called, and this disgusts me, 𝖵𝖗𝖗𝖊𝖊𝖕𝖗. Posting, you know, stories such as Daddy and Mimi go to a hotel. I'm not even gonna expand this screenshot to show you which niches this video is posted under, but I'm willing to guess you know exactly what sort of twisted themes these stories are involving.
Wait, so how old is the girl?
Families not behaving how families should. And would you look at this profile picture for this account has a red dragon and a character that looks similarly AI generated with similar themes to their book, Firebound Harmony, which they both have their names on and they talk about all the time. Oh, and you know what else is crazy? There's a character in it named 𝘊𝖊𝖊𝖊𝖊𝖕𝖗. I believe she's the main character.
Oh my gosh! How do you cover that up?
This drivel. Of course not. But needless to say, with people finding this is absolutely disgusting and just jarring to find out this information. Now, some people were saying disgustingly that, oh, maybe this is the daughter, Sarah. Maybe she's really, you know, messed up in the head. No, she is the victim in this situation. This was clearly the dad making these accounts. In fact, there's multiple accounts that very well may be being operated by this guy.
She didn't know?
Outside of the realm of possibility, as I'm going to show you, these two have a weird obsession with making different accounts on social medias to just cover all of their stupid little interests they have as a family. They all nerd out together, and they make just countless accounts for things. So don't worry if you're not convinced yet. There's going to be much more to this. But the discovery of this and the heat kind of turning up on this family and the focus remaining on them made Sarah basically crash out on her TikTok, as seen here.
First of all, he isn't doing things. Second, I don't think it's concern at all, because if it was, then it would have stopped on the now 10 or more occasions when I've made a video specifically stating that nothing's going on and I'm fine. The problem is that you people are so afraid to be wrong that you come up with all these incredibly wrong excuses like, oh, I must be groomed, or it's so normal for me that I just can't see it, I must have Stockholm Syndrome, and a dozen other excuses. The truth is, you want there to be some scandal. That's why someone from Reddit created that AI account and tried to make people believe it was us.
Yeah, how dare those Redditors make this account for you, which clearly is not the case. Again, I'm gonna have some pretty solid, I don't know if I can call it proof, but evidence, I guess you could say, that points to this pretty much 99% being them, okay? Besides the whole profile picture lining up, the random ass use of this name Ariala, that only seems to be used by this family, but let's let her continue to dig this hole even deeper.
They can't stand to be wrong, so they gotta create more drama. Here's an idea you might want to try. Mind your own business.
Damn, girl, pop off.
For this one,
pop off.
Save you the trouble. You put yourself out there on the internet, so you have to expect criticism.
Girl.
Or we just want to make sure you're safe.
No.
I'm safer with my family than I would be listening to any of you. So yeah, I'm safe. And yeah, we put ourselves out there on the internet. That does not give you the right to accuse my dad of things that are so terrible. Call him creepy looking all you want. Say he acts like a child. Say you don't like him. But don't come up with accusations that you can't back up with hard facts. Okay, I think that about covers this comment. I might see you again, I might not. I haven't decided yet. In the meantime, why don't you think about this? If everything you say was true,
that's crazy.
Why hasn't anything been done yet with all the people making viral videos about us? How is my dad still free? The simple answer is, there is no proof. So in the court of the internet, it's okay to destroy an individual without proof? Sounds more like a witch hunt to me. I thought we had evolved past such juvenile behavior. Guess not.
And wow, that was the sassiest response I could ever hear, okay? I mean, it almost sounds like it was straight up written by the dad. She covers...
Literally, that's what I was thinking! Really it sounds so scripted! It's scripted, I swear! I promise you it's scripted.
Instead of them saying it's flat out not true, they frame these things in a way of saying, well, if it is true, you don't have proof, and it looks like you can't do anything about it. If my dad really is a creep, why hasn't Chris Hansen or Gideon come to visit him? Checkmate, atheists. Okay, maybe she doesn't speak like a Redditor quite that much, but I mean, seriously, girl, it's just sad to see. It's this straight up Stockholm Syndrome if this is the case. And again, I feel bad making fun of the way she's handling this because she is the victim. If any of this is true,
yeah, absolutely.
She is without a doubt the victim. She did nothing wrong to cause this. It's just an incredibly disgusting situation.
I need to know how old
but
she is.
It seems like she's really ride or die for her father.
Because like
even
if she's
has been
like
making comments
a younger,
since,
like if
know,
she's like under 18,
has been turned
that
up
makes situation
to continue
like,
to fan
like,
the flames
it's still
of these weird,
pretty bad, but it makes it so much worse.
Conspiracies you can call them about her and her dad. Check it out.
You're my cuddle bear.
I am your cuddle bear.
Yes.
So I'm sure you'll want to cuddle me.
And I'll be standing in the back with a ladybug suit on. You can't. Never mind. I'll shut my mouth.
I'm sorry, I can only find a clip of somebody reacting, so this random woman floating in the middle was not on that live stream. But I mean, even just look at this frame she paused on. Look at this look she's giving her dad, bro. Again, you can have love for your family, but this is kind of different. Maybe I'm just looking through things because I read all this stuff and I see how creepy this guy looks. I remember the fact that, like I said in my last video, he has brothers who are on the registry. who have literally been arrested for similar things. Maybe all of that is misconstruing, the way that I am perceiving this, but I don't know. I'm sure many of you are reaching the same conclusions, and that's before I show you more of this evidence that this is their account. So going back to that recap Reddit post, now they have in the August timeline this month, a TikToker uncovered 2 lit-erotica accounts.
Oh my
which
gosh.
Again, like I said, is a spicy writing platform, so to say. One created in 2024 under the name Miss Ariala. There's that name again with the same AI photo. Crazy. The bio said female 21 and listed reptiles under pets, which they talk about their reptiles. They're one of those families. Another, weird coincidence. Also, it just seems like this family is really not intelligent. Doesn't seem like there's much brain cells between all of them. So that would explain why they've, had these pages so similar to their lives. I know some of you would be thinking, oh, this has got to be trolls, because who would leave all these details in with their creepy-ass stories? Well, they didn't think they'd be caught. He thought he was some sort of mastermind, and that's why he's been so antagonistic, and that's also why he's so stupid he includes so many real-life things about them. Like
yeah, because why would you put your whole life on that?
Pets.
What?
Hell, even the name Ariala. Why didn't you pick a more common name to help muddy up the waters? This is insane. But anyways, this account has one story all about a dad and daughter with details that you can see here. I'm not going to repeat that. And parallels to the Dream Team, such as, again, allusions to Monster Hunter and more. Another account under the name 𝘵𝖊𝖗𝘗𝘓, which I showed you earlier, who followed Ariala, which is also a weird coincidence that these two accounts were following each other and both engaged with stories about this same situation. And then when screenshots and talks of all this began on August 4th, the Dream Team TikTok account was swiftly deleted. That's right, they have fully deleted this page, which many are seeing as an admission of guilt. Look, I don't know. With how hard-headed they've been about, you can't prove anything, bro.
That's insane.
Them deleting this is pretty sus, especially with the timing. All of it's just sus. Again, this is a family that seems to be creating social media accounts left and right, so I don't find it strange that they might have 3 different pages. But even if one of them is them, that's enough to be just totally messed up and prove that this guy is up to some very seriously messed up things. Here we have the About Me section screenshotted before the account got deleted. Again, age 21, pets, reptiles. Now, you're not the only people who have reptiles as pets, but again, with all the other stuff, I'm inclined to believe this is a match. So now to help reinforce the whole book angle, I'm going to show you this page they have for their book, Firebound Harmony, where they act out situations and scenes from the book along with AI voiceovers and AI imagery featuring a red-headed woman and a red dragon, very similar to the profile picture on 𝘵𝖊𝖗𝖗𝖏's profile. Please do not puke from how cringe this acting is. Just stick with me, okay?
You had plans for the day.
Yes, actually. I was planning on spending the day gathering mushrooms and herbs in the forest for the healing salves. I'm hoping to find more Dremora mushrooms for the healers to make their numbing salve with.
Just be careful, Jalen, honey. The woods are dangerous. Take your bow and your sword with you just in case.
Sorry.
Yes, sir, I always do. You know no one in the kingdom would dare challenge my sword skills.
What the fuck, bro? People like this actually exist. Oh no. Oh no.
Of course not. After all, I did train you myself.
Train her to do what?
That is true. Even if the student has surpassed the teacher.
Ugh.
We may have to test that before dinner, if you get back in time.
Ah!
It's a deal.
I'm sorry for screaming, but what the
Okay, first question, why the do I feel like I'm low on iron and standing up multiple times between this video? I mean, you're panning back and forth. Why do you have to fade to black each time? I think that just shows they had to do multiple takes of this, and they think this transition looks good. Anyways, beyond that, I think what this proves is, one, they're connected to this book. Obviously, they wrote it. Their names are on it. It features the red dragon. It features a character named Ariala. It features a father and daughter. And 2,
I'm gonna be so real. I bet they used AI to write that whole entire book. I bet they got on ChatGPT and they said, write me a book about a dragon and a redhead and give me a storyline. Blah, 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 blah. But I'd probably use AI to write that entire fucking book.
I think this helps reinforce the idea that these are the type of people that would be writing on a platform like this. They're LARPing 24/7. They're absolute, like, total nerds as a family. So if anybody out there was going to be writing stories like this on a website like that, I don't know, Patrick the dad, he just seems to be the exact candidate of the person I'd expect to be writing this. And if that wasn't bad enough, an excerpt from this story, which again, I'm not going to show any more of because it's just disgusting, from Miss Ariella, the one story she has. It says, we spent the rest of the day at a local hiking trail enjoying each other's company. Like, they're even writing about them being in the park 24/7. Are they not constantly on, like, outdoor spaces like hiking trails and parks? It's just, again, such a weird, specific detail that lines up with what little we know of their life so well that it's just hard not to make that connection. So now we get into the email side of this stuff.
Oh,
this
no.
person on Reddit claims that they used a background checking, a paid service to get, reports on known email addresses, known information for people. And this website came back with an email for Patrick, @gmail.com, a very specific handle. This email is going to be coming back up shortly. Just remember, Horrified Gaming. They also found linked to this email a Pinterest account featuring thumbnails showing off Mr. Patrick here, the freak himself. I mean, just seriously, they don't understand how the internet or how breadcrumb trails to, like, the truth work.
Yeah.
Everything is looping back to you, Patrick. We're closing in on you. That email also is connected to something called GFG Studios.
It just keeps
GFG
getting worse.
For Getchell Family Gaming. Look at that. The links for Facebook on the page is Horrified Gaming. Another way to loop this back to him. Now, if you take that handle, check it out on Twitter. There's an official Twitter for GFG Studios, where in between advertising their Roblox games that they're developing that I'm sure never got finished, they're retweeting tweets from another account of theirs promoting their book, Firebound Harmony, which look at that cover of this book and tell me that's not a spitting image, just like basically the other generated image that Midjourney would give you for this prompt compared to the Babe for Dad profile picture. I mean, they are so similar, it's just uncanny. And they're also retweeting tweets from Just a Dad and his Ladybug, which I don't know what the hell's going on with this ladybug thing. As you heard earlier, she made a joke she would watch her parents in a ladybug suit, which is just so weird. But he says, hello, Twitter. I am Patrick, and I run a TikTok account with my 20-year-old daughter, Sarah.
Oh, she's 20. Okay.
We finally made it to Twitter, too. We post Christian content mainly surrounding our love for nature and God with some humor mixed in.
All right.
And in between that, he's posting pictures of Sarah.
Sure you do.
Creating multiple tweet chains of just his confessions of his love for his daughter, which again, in any other case, this may seem sweet, but when you look at the other evidence, it's just like, dude, how else are we supposed to draw these conclusions, or any other conclusions, I should say? Here's another screenshot of one of their stories. Dad's job pays really well, so I didn't need to get a job. So I kept the house clean and played lots of Monster Hunter. There's that random ass game coming up again. And I'm not trying to act like they're the only fans of this game, but it's just when it's so specific and such a core tenet of their personality online, it's showing up in these stories as well as the profile pictures and names used. It's too much coincidence. I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but I'm trying to drive home the point.
Why would you even
all
do
of this
stuff like this? Like,
is what makes it so convincing.
Like, I don't.
Hey guys, so I got a message on Instagram from somebody who wanted to try to show and see if Patrick in any way was connected to the website. So she decided to take email addresses of his and try to create an account to see if any of these were being used. She went through most of them, and I guess the one that said email already in use is his gaming email address.
Shouts out to Hannah for finding this info. This is the woman who was floating in that last clip. It's kind of long-winded, but basically she says this viewer of hers tried to plug in these known emails of Patrick into this website, and it says email already in use, to which you could say, oh, a troll tried to sign them up. But then another user, Turn Up Tuesdays, says, so when this all came out about this stuff on the 𝘨𝑚𝑒rotica site, I made an account on there to see how it works. You have to validate your email before you can even log in for the first time. This means that it wasn't a troll or something using his email. He made an account and verified it, which unfortunately we can't find out exactly what the username is for that email on this website. But the fact that that's signed up, I don't know about you, but I don't have an account on there. Did you even know this website existed?
I literally had no idea.
Anyways, I'm driving home the point that
I had no idea this even existed.
You made this account, Patrick. You can't run from that, bro. You can call us trolls making it all you want, but you had to verify that. I know I for damn sure don't go into my email and see an email saying, verify your account to a website I've never been to and click, yep, verify. Okay, sounds good. But he leads us to believe.
And then be like, it's not me. No, guys, it's not me. It's not me. I didn't do that.
Their email still for some reason. Like, if you're just that fried, you're like, nope, Grim, I'm still not convinced. This other Reddit user, Jen Banana, says, I had a request to try to remove a video from my YouTube a few weeks ago of a live Sarah did. The request is from the emails shown in this video, so if anybody has any doubt if this email belongs to them, it does. The other thing is it shows Sarah associated to the email. It doesn't mean Patrick isn't the one who submitted the request, but I think it was Sarah because it was from her live when he was working. And in the screenshot here, you can see the takedown request issued by Sarah, and the contact info is there's that @gmail.com again. So yeah, that's pretty much what we have so far, and there has been an update from Sarah since, who seems to be going on a solo content journey. I don't know if she thinks this is going to salvage her career. I guess you can call it a career, but really, we've only ever watched these people to figure out what the hell is going on. But let's see this before I close it out.
Here I am. I'm sorry to say, but the dream team is gone. We just couldn't post content together anymore knowing how people saw it, especially with the latest bull they're trying to spread. All the rumors are false, but there's nothing I can do. People are going to believe it, and I can't stop them, so we're done creating content together. So, welcome to the new me. I'm going to fly solo from now on. Don't get me wrong, I still love my dad. He will always be my best friend and biggest fan, but I think flying on my own is best.
So from now on, biggest fan in what way?
I can't stop because I love creating videos, and honestly, I don't want to give these haters total victory. I'm gonna do some fun videos coming up, maybe not daily at first, but I'll get back to that. Give me a little time to get prepared. I hope everyone can be happy just seeing me and leave the rest of my family out of it because they're just not interested in dealing with it anymore. I will try to go live again soon, but as I said, I need a little more time to get going again. Until then, I hope everyone is doing okay. This will be a place for fun and entertainment, never any negativity. See you soon.
So that about does it with where we
are
now.
Okay, the saddest part is
Dream Team story.
Okay,
I want to know.
Okay. Oh yeah, subscribe to Grim. This is him. Subscribe. Yeah. Anyway, I think the part that gets me the most is that you don't really know what is going on. Like, it could just be they were both in on making, like, fan fiction of their own book together. Unless I'm, like, my brain's, like, missing some things. And it very well could be. So don't take any of this, like, seriously, what I'm gonna say. But, like, I also feel like she's oblivious. Like, I feel like she doesn't really know what's going on and what her dad's doing. And that's the scariest part, because she is 20 years old. So, how long has this been going on? It's scary. It's scary. Hello, dreamers! If you've made it this far into the video, I want to thank you personally for your support. If you would like to support me further, you can join my Discord server. The link is in the description. I also stream on Twitch, and that's also linked in the description. If you would like to support me, go and give me a follow. And with that being said, I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!